Hi everybody, good evening and thank you for tuning in to this check of the First Alert forecast. We are streaming live across digital platforms, AtlantaNewsFirst.com and the Atlanta News First app, Atlanta News First Alert weather app, also coming to live Roku, Amazon Fire and other places, other platforms. And here to give you a check of the forecast, kind of go a little bit more in depth here and allow you to ask questions that we can then answer right here to make sure that your understanding of the weather that's coming up is that much better. So let's go ahead and dive into it. We have gorgeous stuff on the way right now. This evening, temperatures back in the mid to upper 60s. 60 in LaGrange, so that's a cool spot. Carrollton also dropping a little bit more quickly, 60 at that spot. 69 in Rome, 72 in Canton, 69 Atlanta, 66 in Locust Grove, 67 in Covington, mid to upper 60s, kind of the rule. In most spots, Gainesville and Athens, Clark County, again, it is going to be a nice evening out there. It's a little bit mild, maybe just a little bit muggier than it was this time yesterday evening. Nonetheless, it is still absolutely stunning outside. A reminder again, one of the places that we're live on right now, it is Atlanta News First, the Facebook page. Trent Martin, hello to you. Michael Baxter saying go Dogs and go Vols. It was gorgeous weather and Sanford Stadium over in Athens. They were enjoying it, and behind me it's a pretty busy evening. Marietta Square, they're up in Marietta, folks getting out and enjoying the gorgeous weather that we do have. But again, big changes are on the way. We'll go ahead and walk you through that forecast, starting with, we'll go ahead and jump into tomorrow. Again, nothing but nice stuff on the way. Here is that Sunday afternoon forecast, beginning with temperatures in the 50s and lower 60s. But tomorrow afternoon, a little warmer, 81 in Atlanta, 80 in Gainesville, Athens, 84, 81 in Rome. Noonan is at 82 tomorrow afternoon as a peak temperature, so most folks will be in the low to mid 80s, about where we were today, reaching about 81 or so for the most part in our neighborhoods inside the perimeter, somewhere in the upper 70s and somewhere between 81 and 83 or so. Again, it's going to be a nice one out the door tomorrow morning, albeit cooler, of course, in the afternoon. We'll wake up to a mostly clear sky, mostly sunny conditions, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Though maybe a little bit more cloud cover than we had today, especially if you're watching from north of Metro Atlanta, if you're watching from the mountains of North Georgia, up towards Chattanooga, Tennessee, maybe Rome, Georgia, Northwest Metro could wake up to a little bit more cloud cover tomorrow morning. No rain or anything like that. If anything, just adding to the sunrise. But Mom Nature is giving us a clue that changes are on the way, and that clue is coming in the form of more clouds tomorrow. Especially as we get into the afternoon, though still more sun than clouds through noon itself. Lunchtime temperatures back in the mid to upper 70s. And then the big changes arrive, and while we don't have a likely chance of rain with this front, let's talk about the breeze, because you're going to notice the wind direction tomorrow fairly light. It's westerly, winds generally averaging less than 10 miles per hour sustained, so occasionally may gust 15 to 20 or so. But as we go deeper into our Sunday evening or Monday morning, notice how the wind direction shifts by lunchtime Monday at noon. They're out of the north and west, 5 to 10. Notice the colors kind of expanding from north to south, so that by Monday afternoon and evening, sustained 10 to 15. They remain a little bit breezy overnight Monday into early Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday afternoon, sustained winds are between 15 and 20 miles per hour in most spots. That'll put gusts 25 to 30. Also keep in mind Tuesday, high temperatures will be stuck in the 50s. So forget fall, forget it feeling like October. It is going to be feeling like December by the time we get into our Tuesday afternoon. Yes, loads of sunshine in the First Alert forecast, but also breezy to windy weather and much colder temperatures. High temperatures probably staying in the mid 50s Tuesday afternoon, the coldest weather we have had in months, and chilly afternoons equal freezing or near freezing mornings here by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday mornings. We'll go into that in just a moment. First though, in the Atlanta News First app, you may have seen that alert. Watch live forecast, coldest air in months is on the way. If you are joining this weather conversation via the news app, welcome. Thanks for watching. We haven't hit too much other than establishing that tomorrow's going to be a great day, great second half to the weekend. And then the second item is that we're watching a strong cold front. It's going to move through Monday. We're talking about the breeze right now, so that by Tuesday, even though it gets a little breezy Monday, Tuesday winds out of the north sustained 15 to 20, gusts up to 30 or so in spots. And especially if you have plans midtown, downtown, you work in the kind of the urban core of Atlanta, it'll be even windier between the buildings. blowing down Peachtree as we get into our Tuesday afternoon as that much colder air starts to filter into the area. And then winds will slack off a little bit, and that'll set the stage for a pretty cold night. Before we talk about, though, how cold it gets Tuesday night and Wednesday night, let's walk you through forecast radar. Notice tomorrow, I know we do have some showers in North Alabama this evening, but we're going to keep your forecast dry. Atlanta, North Georgia tonight. More clouds tomorrow. Here we are at sunrise, and it is North Georgia, far North Georgia, Dalton, Blairsville, Rome that are really noticing the clouds tomorrow. I do have a slight chance of rain, about 10%. That's mainly in the evening. Here we are, 5 p.m. More clouds, but we're dry. Temperature 70s and lower 80s. As we get into later evening, here come the first couple of showers kind of scraping into the North Georgia mountains by midnight Sunday night going into Monday morning. Temperatures very mild Sunday night in the 60s. And by the time we wake up, here we are at 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. Monday. Temperatures falling into the 50s north with some rain moving in. Still mild, a mild start to our Monday. We'll end this forecast model at 8 a.m. Monday. Again, that's as far as this particular model goes out. And we have a lot of clouds. Those showers are still around, but they're hit or miss. And temperature at 8 a.m. in the 50s to near 60. And as soon as that front moves through, yes, we will clear out a little bit. But the northerly wind is going to help bring in some much cooler air. Sorry, reading some comments here. Let's see what folks are saying. Debbie says, now I'll stay in and watch replays of the Vols win against Alabama. Georgia, the Vols are coming for you. Debbie, you can do so outside. Stream it on your phone. YouTube does replays. All that Twitter commentary, you can get it all outside. Let's see. Stephanie says, yep, I'll have a beautiful Sunday that is now completely free. Thanks, Braves. But seriously, thanks for an exciting season, Braves. Hopefully we can do it again next year. Absolutely wishing all Braves fans out there a restful weekend. I know it's always sad, almost a little tear-jerking to see your season end. But there is always the next game, the next series, the next year. And, of course, for this season, games are done. But the magic lives on, and they are already thinking about next season. Now it's time for you to think about next season. Maybe go out tomorrow, enjoy it. Remember those feelings you felt going into this series. Just capture that. Still enjoy your Sunday. And again, if you do have a second most favorite team and they're still in the running for the postseason, cheer them on. And again, regardless of who wins, who loses, we have a gorgeous forecast for you on our Sunday. This is Monday morning at 8 o'clock. We do have some showers around, lots of clouds, temperatures 50s to near 60. That's as the front moves in. And then the real chill kind of moves in behind it. Monday afternoon, temperatures as we get into the evening will be dropping. And here is that 7-day forecast. In fact, we'll pull it out here for you now. First alert Tuesday and Wednesday. Very slight chance of a shower late Sunday, more so Sunday night. Monday, rain chance, spotty showers, mainly from early morning to maybe early afternoon is our peak chance. Rain coverage is very hit or miss. Temperatures back in the mid-70s Tuesday or Monday afternoon. And then look at this. We're going to wake up to a nearly 30-degree drop in temperature. In fact, maybe just more than that, Monday night into Tuesday. So between Monday afternoon and Tuesday morning, it'll be 30 to 35 degrees colder between Monday afternoon and Tuesday morning. That's a big drop for these parts, especially considering we are just in the fall season. Temperatures only warming to the low to mid-50s Tuesday. Here is the stage being set for the coldest night in months, Tuesday night into Wednesday. The sky is clear. Winds eventually slack off a little bit. The air is very dry. Those ingredients being in place, the perfect setup for what we call radiational cooling, where any heat we get in the afternoon, though we're only topping out in the mid-50s or so Atlanta Tuesday, any of that warmth escapes back up into space as soon as the sun sets, and we have much colder conditions expected Tuesday night into our Wednesday morning. So that's what we're going to be watching here. Notice how we get down to 37 in Atlanta. First alert frost, even inside the perimeter, even across the urban core Wednesday morning. I do think freezing. Alpharetta, Marietta, Dallas, up in Paulding County, Gainesville, Hall County, North DeKalb, even Decatur, a little further out from all the pavement. Temperatures back in the mid-30s, frosty to near freezing. Pine Lake, another DeKalb County community that could be waking up to quite a bit of frost, maybe freezing conditions briefly there. Now, this will be a light freeze, yes. Mountains, a little colder, could be down in the 20s. But this is going to be the quote-unquote end to the growing season, where the sensitive plants bite the dust a little bit. The coleus, the summer annuals that are still hanging on out there, they'll take a beating if you don't protect them. And we'll be cold again Thursday morning. Temperatures back in the mid-upper 30s. Cold start, but mid-60s Thursday afternoon. Gorgeous sunshine, low humidity, and a very gradual, but it's still very fall-like. Kind of a chilly set of mornings there, even Friday morning, even Saturday morning. And looking even further out, yes, we continue to warm up in the next weekend, but it's nothing atrocious. Doesn't really feel hot, but it is much warmer than it will be as we get into our Tuesday and our Wednesday. Again, here is that 7-day forecast. We'll check in on YouTube and on Facebook. Janice Griffin, or Jensen Griffith. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Hopefully your evening is going well. Your weekend's been great. If you have any weather questions, comments, concerns, of course, give me a holler. And folks chatting Braves, folks are chatting weather as well on Atlanta News First, the Facebook page. And hey, while we're here, we're going to switch the tab. Click on First Alert Weather at atlantanewsfirst.com. Of course, you have the video forecast text from earlier. You can look on 10-day. Speaking of that warm-up, notice how we're still in the 50s in the mornings, 70s in the afternoons through Sunday, a little warmer the following Monday, and maybe our next cool front as we get into the weekend, the early in the work week, I should say, about a week out from Halloween. We're going to be watching our next potential front, though not looking as strong. Again, want to thank you for watching. Kind of dove into it, talked about how nice the weather is tomorrow. If you're just joining, I want to remind you tomorrow's gorgeous. Second kind of weather headline here is that strong front arrives Monday, and that means the coldest weather, Gardner's frost freeze potential, coldest weather in months as we get into our Tuesday, Wednesday, into Thursday morning. We'll have the full forecast for you tonight. Peachtree TV at 9 p.m. We are simulcasting on Atlanta News First, so you don't have to have Peachtree TV in order to watch the 9 p.m. newscast. You can watch it on Atlanta News First. The 10 p.m. hour is back on Peachtree, and we may go on a little late tonight, but in the 11 o'clock hour, also on your TVs back on Atlanta News First. You can stream those anywhere you're streaming this digital weather forecast, atlantanewsfirst.com included. I'll leave you with a beautiful look of Marietta Square. Busy out there, folks out enjoying the fall weather. We'll talk about when the winter feel is back in your forecast coming up here in just a little bit at 9 p.m. on Atlanta News First and Peachtree TV.